Want one?
Yes, take one for the team.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty
It's so
or
good.
Nice. Let's go.
Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. She slip on a dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Live and be lovebird.
Shelly Live and be lovebird.
Shelly Live and be lovebird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shelly Live and be lovebird.
Shelly Live and be lovebird.
Shelly Live and be lovebird.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, be lovebird.
Hey, everybody, come on in the room. Hey, Shelly.
We bringing in Kiddo, y'all. He's going to sit on our corner with us today. Be a part of this block. What's up,
Kiddo,
Core?
what's happening?
What's happening? I'm trying to get my vibe
What's
on.
going
We
on?
going to make it do what it do.
I'm trying to get my vibe on. She caught me
Change
taking a
this.
nap. I take a nap
Oh,
like
Lord,
this.
I'm always
Oh,
catching you.
God.
Oh, y'all messing with the screen. Messing with, I got to make
I
us
take
look
a nap
right.
like this.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
see.
change my vibe up though.
You gotta be all sexy and sensuous. Oh, why did it stay?
Y'all
That's
should
the
bring
sex.
me in toward the after y'all after
Just
y'all do the
you.
opening.
I gotta fix the screen. Hold on, I'm messing
Huh?
with buttons here, y'all. My buttons. There we go. Stay still.
I'm trying to get my
Hey,
vibe right.
Facebook. Well, honey, you look like you're chilling.
I
I
don't.
You
already
feel any better?
no. In fact, I am. You already know what happened.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I don't
I
know what
already
happened.
know.
Y'all be keeping me in the dark, and I don't appreciate it.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Bring me in toward the. Why you keep
What?
messing with that hat on your head?
Cause I don't
Why
like
can
the
I
way it look.
see?
I don't like the way it look.
Hey V, can you see the can you see the messages? Because I can't see the comments. Mine is blocked.
I can't see them either, so I'm looking on my phone. I don't know
What's
what's
that
going on
about?
with StreamYard today.
Well, y'all, B's gonna have to read these comments from her phone. So the topic tonight is Vonda.
If a woman is dating 1 to 3 men and sleeping with 2 or more, does that make her a hoe?
Well,
I don't think
the wall
so.
went on. Look, the wall went on fire when we put this out here. I think it's a contradiction. If you ask me,
I don't think it does.
Unc, what you think?
I'm trying to.
Well, like I said in the comment, traditionally a hoe is somebody who get paid to sleep with multiple men that she don't like. So in the tradition of the
Right.
definition, I would say that a hoe and what's the other one?
We just said a hoe. If she sleeps with 2 or 3 men, does that make her a hoe?
Or what?
There's no or.
What's the question to the show again? That's what I'm asking. If she sleep with two
If a woman is dating 1 to 3 men or more, and she's sleeping with 2 or more, does that make her a hoe? Going by today's society of what we call hoe.
if she's getting paid, then she would be considered a whore, which is a slang or definition, a slang for hoe. But if she's just sleeping with several men and it's honest and they have an understanding, then to me that would make her polyamorous.
So let me ask you a
Okay.
question then. So what if the men just want to give her? I mean, she don't have to be getting paid, but what if a dude just breaking her off?
Well, then she just a player. That's different from a hoe.
That's what I say,
Okay,
kiddo, a player.
I just want to clarify that because I don't think it makes her a hoe. Somebody saying, "Hey,
Oh,
you know, I want to give you a
but
couple
hey,
coins."
but if one of those guys don't know about it, and they find out, oh, she a hoe.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
tell you
the
what I
whole
think.
thing. Well, go ahead, V.
What I think is, as long as
Okay.
everybody know what's going on and she's doing what she wants to do and she's not committed to anybody, it's fair game. She can do what she wants to do because men do it all day, every day. And don't tell the other women that they're dealing with 3, 4, 5, 10 women. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's her prerogative. If she want to give it up, that's hers. That don't make her a hoe. That just make her somebody who want to do what she want to do when she about to do it. And like kiddos say, back to the in tradition, if she's getting money for it, if she's exchanging money just for a sexual act, that makes her a whore. But if a man is like breaking you off and doing this and doing that, and she might be doing stuff for him, and she's still sleeping with him, that don't make her a hoe. That just make her she a pimp, she a player. She got her shit together.
I don't
Like,
know
She
about
know
no
how to
pimp.
run her
I don't know about no pimp.
game, baby.
I ain't gonna say no pimp, but I'm just saying. I mean, that's her choice. But I don't think it
Yeah.
makes her a hoe.
Hey,
Now,
look, y'all excuse me for 1 minute. I'm gonna get a glass of wine so I can unwind.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm having a martini, so go ahead, kiddo. So now, if on the flip side, if she's doing not telling these dudes that she dealing with these other dudes, and she got hoe tendencies, that's different.
That might be a little different. That might be a little
And being a
different.
hoe and having hoe tendencies is two different things. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
anywho,
But I know a
hey
lot of
Big Sexy,
people.
hey Stan, hey Tyrese.
How y'all doing? A lot of people wrote on the wall, and surprisingly, a lot of the men was like, no. Some of them was like,
Right.
depends on how she's giving it. Some of them was just like, some of them was just like, as long as they're getting their dick sucked. I mean, some of them was crazy. But for the most part, a lot of the men was saying no if they know about each other. Like, if you dating someone, because you think about, one of the girls on the page broke it down and said, what is dating? What is the definition of dating? Dating means you're dating multiple people. You're going out trying to find the person that matches you. So if you're out randomly dating and shit happens, I don't think that should make you a hoe.
It don't.
But then, society says if you're dating multiple people, that makes you a hoe. But that doesn't if you're trying to know people. Like, I wouldn't recommend just go sleeping with randoms. But I'm just saying, if you're dating 4 people and you get to know all of them, well, I don't know if it makes it wrong to sleep with 2 or 3 of them to test the waters. I mean, it depends on the person.
I think it's all in what you do. You are consenting adults. So if that's what you want to do what you want to do. Because I mean, it's not like it's not going to happen eventually, whether it be with that person you're dating or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So It
Right.
is what it is. So let me read some of these comments, y'all, that we got earlier when we first posted this. Tariq said, "Hell yeah," and it go for a dude too. Ernest said, "Good question. A hoe gets paid. Maybe she just like to suck both guys' dick." That's Ernest, y'all. And Creole said, "If she lies about it, she's a hoe. If she's honest about it, she's a talented multitasker who enjoys what she enjoys doing."
Good at her job.
Let's see. Jimmy said, "Nah." Let me see. Somebody said it ain't their business. Okay, Dre said she's undecided, but she'll choose one sooner or later based off what he brings to the table. Finances, good sex, great convo, no kids, wants to get married, etc., etc. Now, if she continues and then she's just who she is. No name calling though. Men do it all the time. So whatever she is, men are too. Keeping it a book. And that's true. I agree with that,
Yep,
Dre.
I agree
That's
with that,
100.
Dre.
Walter said it's called casual dating. Tina said, there goes them walls, y'all. Harlem said, nope, she just had community pussy. She good. Oh my God. Harlem, you crazy. And Sean said, nah, she's a woman with options. And then Victor said she probably fucking on them for money. And the other one because she just like fucking him. But yeah, she a hoe. I don't agree with that, Victor. I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with Victor either.
Tyrese said no, she's just a creeper. Stan said no, she's not a hoe. He said make it reciprocal, right? Make the topic reciprocal. Yeah, because it does go both ways, Stan. But being that we are women, it's that stigma that women can't do what a man does. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what that boils back down to. Hey, Big Sexy said no. She's just getting hers. Of course, people gonna say she a hoe if she out telling. Will you please not do that when I'm trying to read something? You click on the screen.
I ain't touching nothing. My hands in my legs. I ain't touch nothing.
Let me see them. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
My hands are under my leg. I'm sitting on my hands because they're cold.
Okay. Well, she said no, she's just getting hers. Of course, people gonna say she's a hoe and she out telling her business. Shit, these men don't want no relationship. So if a woman got 2 or 3 partners and she do her when she want to do her, she got certain men she can go to that she knows is beneficial to her relationship or not. Otherwise, there's bitches they just want to fuck and don't respect herself. That's true, Kim. That's true. I can agree with that. Rich said she's a nympho. Oh Lord, I don't know what my brother done said.
Dean
said, yeah, if it's not his dick, she a hoe. Stupid.
That's contradicting, Dean. Vaughn, you got to take that thing off of Kiddo's face. You got the comment above his face. There you go.
I didn't even do that.
I ain't touching it, so you got to be touching it.
The comment
thing. I didn't touch nothing.
The comment thing jumping up. It's okay. That's okay. Just let it do it.
Yeah, I didn't do it. That's why I'm just reading them on the side. I'm not putting them up on the screen like that. But anyway,
I'm over here doing all kinds of stuff.
I can tell.
Hey, Michelle, we haven't seen you. Where you been, girl? She said, hey ladies, doesn't dating mean that you are not in a relationship? That means that she is free to do what she wants to do. Men do it all the time. That's the same thing Shelly said a few minutes ago,
Michelle. Same thing I said.
Okay, let me ask y'all this. This is off the subject.
Hey, Orlando, what, kiddo?
Why do y'all think they demonize sex and make it to where women can't have more, and then they promote men and kind of push the
kiddo froze.
You're freezing. I know he's frozen in his sentence, actually. Go ahead, Vaughn, because he's frozen out. He did an unfreeze. He's like frozen in time. I can't with you. He's like frozen to the screen.
Hey, look, Randy said the same thing I said to you. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
My hands are under my leg, y'all. I ain't even touching the screen. I know she be having a whole cow about that screen. Hey, Orlando.
Hey, look. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Vincent.
You can jump on her, Vincent, and talk to us today. Dean said, he's a greedy MF, or he wants it all. Yeah, I believe that.
Well, I mean, but Dean, what if she tells you she has another person? If you're dating, the whole key is if you're dating, is it okay to date and sleep with multiple people? Period.
That's my brother. I can tell you his answer.
I know his answer.
His answer is, and this is just, I ain't calling women bitches out, but this him. If you his bitch, you better not go do nothing else with nobody else. And that's just how it go, period.
Yeah, I
get it. Randy said, I wouldn't consider her a hoe if all parties are okay with the situation from the start. That's what I say. And I was telling Shelly earlier about the new the new She's Gotta Have It by Spike Lee, where he revamped it and brought it up to date. That's what she did. So she let all the dudes meet each other. She was like, look, I do this with you. I kick it with you for this reason, and I do that. And then they all be in the room. They was mad at each other, the dudes, but she was like, hey, this is what it is. You either deal with me or you don't. And I think that's how it should be. And it'll keep down a lot of headache.
I say it all the time. Let people know what you're doing. It just it decreases confusion.
Hey Joe. Joe said depends on if it was your daughter or the neighbor. What? Yeah.
Joe.
I guess he said he wouldn't want his daughter doing it. Hey Ross. Ross
Hey,
said
Ross,
only if she says she wants the $40 though. $40.
$40. Boy, bye.
Damn, Ernie said $20.
And you said 40, you up to 20 more bucks. Okay, we running cheap.
Y'all want some kilos.
Okay, y'all want them straight from the somewhere in the dick.
But no, seriously though, I don't like that double standard, but men say it all the time. My daughter's daddy say it all the time. Michelle, you don't heard him say, a woman can't do what a man do. If she messing around with more than one dude, she a hoe. She this, she that. I said, no, that's not true. What about all the multiple people you deal with? I'm about saying something else.
I know you caught yourself.
Yeah. So what difference does it make?
God, those things are so little. They look like baby fine prints.
Yeah. So, it just, again, like I said, and like dude said, if everybody knows what's going on and you're letting this person know, well, I see you. Sometimes, I kick it with him, and if you get to that point where you're honest enough to say, I'm sleeping with him, and then if we kick it, we just kicking it, or if we see that's just what it is. At least she's letting those people know, and everybody can take precaution. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Again, I don't think that makes her a hoe. I think, like Sean said, that gives her options. And if she's single and she's dating, men do it all the time. So why can't we do it too? Without being called a name or getting a title attached to us.
I had to come to a different room and get closer to the router because it kept kicking me off.
Okay, that's fine. We figured as much. You froze in what you were saying, kiddo, so we didn't hear you.
Oh, I was just asking, why do you think
you and
society?
your brother were like twins.
Bro, I was thinking, why do you think society makes it or demonize a woman for having 3 men, but then they uplift the man for having 3 women? Why do you think that is? And I saw that could be a whole nother topic, but why do you think that is? What up, Jay?
Because
what's up?
Because people always want to resort back to the biblical things, and it's the things that we've been taught and what we've been raised to think. But now in this society, the way the world is, everybody does their own thing. Nothing is traditional anymore. So with that being said, they demonize it because a woman is still stay in a woman's place and deal with that man while the man running around doing everything he wants to do. And she's supposed to just be complacent and, what's the other word I'm looking for? But anyway, wants to be submissive to that man while he's doing everything, and then just still comes home to her and she does what she's supposed to do. Well, it don't work like that no more. Women take care of themselves, doing everything a man can do. So therefore, you do what you want to do.
Well, yet and still, biblical or not, it's got to be a reason, an underlying reason. Why?
The reason is because she want to do it.
That's the reason.
That's the
So the reason is, I don't want.
That's just like. Go ahead.
I don't want you to do what I could do. Is the reason. I don't want you to be able to do what I want to do. Okay, well.
But that's the woman can say that too. She don't want her man out here doing shit that she don't want him to do, but he still does it.
You have an earring on in your ear? I'm just looking at something dangling. It's like shining in my ear here. Can you on balls?
It's a high heel shoe.
It's a
Is it a high heel shoe, kiddo?
It's the RCI.
Your brother said, "What it do, kiddo?"
Oh my God.
Hey,
He can
Oh
hear
my
you.
God. Don't keep me
but
laughing.
I think I would, it could be population control, it could be selfishness, jealousy, or whatever the case may be.
That
But I know
too.
in my younger days, I was taught not to let women do what I do. It's like, you can't do what I do. I can stay out all night. You can't stay out all night. And
That's what I was
Bullshit.
basically saying.
and that was not fair to my ex. And I ran the house like that. I'm talking about I'd be at 112 and that just wasn't fair. Now,
Hey, 112, baby. We should get it in, Shirley.
not so much. Yeah, y'all used to get it in. But I remember you, V, and I know you was around.
Yeah. Michelle
Around. She
said,
was with me all the time.
yeah, we were together all the time. We were like joined at the hip.
We're going to stay on the subject because this is going to go really fast if we don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
Michelle
it's
said,
8:20.
ladies, I've been resting. My son is 100% remote, but I have to do what I have to do for his safety. Been missing y'all. We missed you too. We noticed when people not on here, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, we do.
Rose said, there's some hoes in this house. Rose is so crazy.
Stop, Rose.
She said, Michelle said, if a man and a woman has an affair, they always want to stone the woman. It takes two. True. Orlando says, I think a dude might try harder if they know she is seeing other people. It's basically like going for a job, no pun intended, and you know people are applying for the same job. That's
Exactly.
true.
That's
When
fact.
you meet somebody, what'd you say, Shelley?
I agree with Orlando.
I was saying you froze, but I was about to say, piggyback off what Orlando said. That is true, because a lot of times when you at home and he knows where you at, he know he can be out here roaming and doing what he wants to do. But when you start getting missing, you ain't answering them phone calls, and you here and you there and you all over the place. That's when they get interested and want to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what's going on? So if you want that all the time, you need to step up and do what you're supposed to do too, and then she won't have to be going to look for something somewhere else. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Hey,
I
Abba.
totally agree. Hey,
Abba,
Abba.
I think you get off on Thursday because you always come on a Thursday. See, I'm picking up your schedule.
We vibing with you.
He said, holy guacamole. And V, damn, looking, okay, thank you. He said, oh, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
Hey,
night.
Tracy. Tracy said, the female is the original player. Remember, Adam was minding his own damn business. So we've been taught. We don't know that for sure, Tracy. We don't
And
know
Eve
for
just
sure.
messed them up.
But that goes to show, like they say, Eve lured him to bite the apple, blah, 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 blah. But a man will follow a woman. You know what I'm saying? If he wants her bad enough, the woman can lead a man into all types of craziness. If he wants her bad enough, he gonna follow her, he gonna bite. He gonna bite the hook every time. Where
But
Kiddo
I
go?
agree with, he disappeared. I agree with Orlando 100% on it's like an interview.
I agree with
You
that
got
too.
several people standing up applying for a job, and only one of them gonna damn win on that interview. Somebody gonna land it, and that's gonna be the one you probably give the cutty to. But at the end of the day, you might want to give multiple cutties away.
Well, you might have to do them like they do in the football team. You got to red shirt them. Just hold on and
I
see
know,
what
30,
you got.
30, 60, 90 days.
Look, you got a red shirt around. He on the bench, but he can play at any time.
Okay, Kitty, you eating more than I eat.
It's a new day now though. These women now, they cut the pimping ain't dead. The hoes just ain't scared. They doing their own thing.
Better give a kid up for people in the back. Kiddo said the hoes ain't scared.
The hoes ain't scared. Okay, give us the title, right? The hoes ain't scared.
That's the only way you can pimp somebody is if they're afraid of you. And these women nowadays, they be like, fuck that. That's why they got to snatch them and traffic, and they got to traffic them now and keep them bondage because them motherfuckers will run away now.
What?
Crazy.
Abba said men don't follow women.
I don't applaud pimping and all that. I never did, but I grew up around a lot of pimps.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, real pimps.
Abba said men don't follow women. Men don't follow women. Simps do. Orlando, I just like to have fun. And yeah, you gotta red shirt them. You gotta put them on the bench and see what's happening next. Then, if your starting lineup ain't doing right, you gotta bench their ass and throw the red shirt.
Sit down.
Y'all laughing and playing, but y'all got game. Women got a lot of game. That's how these men be going crazy.
But men got game. I mean, we take
no,
after
they
the
don't.
men.
They don't have game.
We've watched y'all long enough to master the crap y'all gonna do before you even do it.
Women let men do what they do. Most men. Now, I'm cut from a different. My family, my bloodline cut from a different cloth. But most men, women run all the way around them, and let them play. They know they play, and they know they cheating. They let them do everything they let them do till they get tired. Then they do that red shirt shit. The man go crazy.
He said that red shirt shit.
Let me tell you something. I'm speaking from experience. A woman can get with a dude that think he the hardest dude. If you that certain woman and you on your shit and you on point, you can break the strongest nigga all the way down to what you want him to be for you. Period.
For a little while.
No. Yeah, for a little while, but he gonna be afraid to step out because he knows what you about and he knows what you're like. And he don't want nobody else to get that. You know what I'm saying? Like that go both ways
especially
too.
With,
some women, whatever. But listen, woman can break a man down. I'm telling you.
Of course, and vice versa. But the thing about it is this, and I know from experience, but a man gonna do what you allow him to do for as long as you allow him to do it.
Absolutely.
Period. And then when if you put your foot down, if he really love you or like you or whipped and you cut him off, that's when he gonna start making adjustments. But if he don't really like you or love you, then he gonna be like, fuck it, I'm out.
Fuck it or whatever. Yeah. Your brother said, hold on.
He
I'm
said,
trying to get back to where I was. Oh, he said, I'm a free agent. Yep. Your brother asked if I'm a free agent. Yeah.
Hey, V, he got it in. Once he got his sights on something, I'm telling you now, he has tenacity, so he got it in for you.
I already know.
Day one.
Songs and everything.
Singing and everything, honey.
You'll be the sister. You'll be the sister-in-law pretty soon. I'll be like, I knew it.
He said, V makes me afraid to step. I'm trying to see something.
She got that V effect on you, baby.
That's game right there.
Right.
Rose
said she loves Shelly Live and V Lovebird. She said, my trophy sis is 1 in a million, baby. Okay, Rose,
we love you too, baby girl.
I was saying,
y'all picked the perfect time. Y'all picked the perfect time to do this because Oprah is finished. What's her friend name?
Gail.
Her lover?
Gail.
And she was never even qualified. The only reason she got that job was because of Oprah. But they pretty much finished because of how they've sided with the wrong side of history. So y'all got a wide open slot if y'all just continue to be consistent.
Thank you for that.
Thank you,
kiddo. Let me say this, y'all. Kiddo has the most confidence in us. I love me some Kiddo, y'all. For real, I do.
Pimping it on.
I've been asking a question. He said, so women got game? No. Women have a biological tool, given that their game generally does not work on gay men. Who wants a gay man? That's a straight woman.
Okay, Abba, who's the
gay? Another gay man.
Abba, we've been getting along for the past week. Now here you go stirring up some trouble. See,
I know, right?
Don't no straight woman want no gay man. I mean, it is what it is, and to each his own. If you like it, I love it. But me personally and Shelly, don't nobody want no gay man.
No gay dude. For what? Why?
Y'all already got the whole internet questioning y'all status, y'all sexual orientation.
Say
Y'all
that
look
again,
like y'all,
kiddo.
hey, y'all got the whole internet questioning y'all sexual orientation. Y'all look like y'all could be, a couple, but I know y'all not. But y'all so like, just like salt and pepper.
But you know why?
Why?
People are not used to seeing not
Freedom?
only friends, but Black women interact the way that we do. See, what they don't know is we're like this with all of our female friends. We love each other, we hug each other, we talk shit, we bond. And if you're not used to that, then of course, if you look at us, you'll think that, they got something going on. They go together. We hear it all the time. We hear it all the
time. Trust me, it's not the first. We broke up marriages over our friendship.
Have y'all ever got a proposal to be like in a polyamorous relationship, like with one guy and y'all two?
All the time on here.
Well, yes, we do.
Rich said, I guess Rich is talking to Al, but he said, wrong conversation, buddy.
Yeah, he right. I'm always getting ahead of the pack, so I'm gonna reel it back in.
Yeah.
Kiddo, what are you eating?
Between you and Kiddo, all this eating, I can't take it.
I got an assortment of cookies, and they too good. Y'all ever had like chocolate chip cookies and banana?
No.
And wine?
That ain't vegan.
No.
I'm drinking. Shelly, tell me about these martinis.
Good though.
Oh my God, Vaughn made me a martini. Yeah, she made me a martini. She made me a martini when I was in North Carolina that made my face slide off, along with my underwear. I just slid out the chair. The best damn martini you could drink.
Hey, y'all, get back to the topic. Get back to the topic, y'all. Y'all having too much fun.
Right. Okay. Abba says, perhaps we have different interpretations of game. What is your definition of game? Go ahead, Shelly. Tell me your definition of game. Or
game
kiddo.
Is when, to me, game is when you can have multiple men. They know about each other. They know that you kicking it with all of them, and they still on point with you. That's game.
Okay. Go ahead, kiddo. After you eat your banana.
I feel like game is when you can juggle one or more households or situations without the other one, kind of like what she said, without the other one either knowing about it or caring about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's running the game, because you got, and believe me, I grew up in that environment. And I was that little kid that be like, who is that? That ain't my mama. I was a hater. I'm telling you, man, my dad didn't get along at all. I see another woman, I'd be like, hold up. That ain't my mama.
You do that now.
That should have
whooped your ass.
He'd be like, I ain't taking your. I used to wonder why he would never take me. He'd take my brother everywhere, because he ain't say nothing, but he would never take me.
Too damn much.
Right? He'd take me. No, I didn't understand that shit.
Now you know.
Now you do. Now you know, right?
Okay.
Right.
My
interpretation set me down and explain some shit.
Okay,
Vaughn.
My interpretation of game is what both of y'all said. In addition to, now, everybody knows each other, and you do certain things, but if you in the house and one come, you got one sitting here, they know not to cut up and be like, hey man, how you doing? What's up? And you decide which one you gonna leave with. Like, okay, well, he was coming, I was over here with you already, so I'll call you when I get back. Or whatever.
Hot damn that I'm a pimp.
That's game. What I'm saying? And then everybody got respect. What I'm saying? Everybody got respect for each other. So, it just depends on you and the maturity level of people that you're dealing with.
Exactly.
First and foremost. Because some people could still get stupid on you. You know what I'm saying? So, It don't matter. Orlando said we have a beautiful relationship. Thank you,
Oh,
Orlando.
thank you.
Rose said, I'm the number one to answer his question. Well, go ahead and answer the question, Rose. Hey, Mr. Atlanta Live, we ain't seen you either.
Hey,
He said, what's up, y'all? He said, what we lying about today? We ain't lying. We don't
we
never
ain't
lie.
lying about nothing today, Atlanta.
Orlando said he needs the recipe for that martini and he don't even drink. I'm telling you. It's
I'm telling
good.
you, it ain't no joke, Orlando. That thing will mess you up.
Miss Atlanta Live said, y'all need to learn. Running real game is when, hold on, it went away, y'all. Wait a minute.
I ain't touch it.
I didn't say you did. He said, y'all need to learn. Running real game when you can be honest across the board and keep everyone. That's what we saying, Mr. ATL. That's exactly what we're saying because
I agree with her. That's the real game when you can like hold everything together and everybody know about everybody and everybody like
And
in
everybody
agreement.
cool. Everybody cool.
see, I've always been that way, even from a teenager. If I was going out with this boy, that boy, whatever, everybody knew what was going to. And you got to remember, I'm the youngest of a whole bunch of out of 10 siblings, kids. So I had a lot of male cousins, and I saw what they were doing, and I was like, shit. What them girls go through, that would never be me. And it has not been me, thank God. Because, listen, I think it's a blessing to grow up with brothers and a whole lot of male cousins. Straight
You
up.
see some stuff.
Because,
But you think about it. You think about it like this. African people, Jamaican people, island people, they've been doing this all forever. Indian people have multiple wives, multiple girlfriends.
yeah.
Everybody get along. One cook for the other one. They eat together. They love together because they raised, they brought up that way. It's American people that can't understand that, shit happens.
Yeah, that's true.
What,
this is like back in the day when the
we are
kings and the princes had concubines.
We are
exactly.
We are the byproducts of slavery. So that has a lot to do with the divisiveness of that we ask all these questions. We always asking because see, when you remove a culture, I don't mention the Native Americans, but when you remove a culture, then you're not gonna be able to like get along because you don't know where you come from and you don't even like we're all related and we don't even act like it.
Right.
Don't nobody even,
I agree with
I be
that,
telling people I know that's kin to me that I can tell from their characteristics, tribal or whatever. But unless it's blood, they're not gonna treat you a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Facts.
That's a part of the divisiveness in relationship.
It's divisiveness and what we've been taught because you have to look at us as a people. So much has been taken from us that we don't know. You know what I mean? So the things that we're taught is like, recycled and revamped and all that type of stuff. So now that we're adults and we're grown, we take all of that information and then we apply it to us and we do what we see fit that's best for us. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So what's the solution? What's the solution to this? To the topic?
Pimping.
Like, what would you say? Did she say keep pimping?
Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said.
That's not the solution.
The solution to the problem is easy. It's simple. Leave people alone and let people do what they're gonna do because you can't stop nobody from doing whatever they want to do, whether you know about it or not.
To live and let live.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is like just say like people that are polygynous.
Better yet, to love and let love. But how hard is that?
Because for some people that's very hard, obviously. I just think if the way we worded it on the show is if you're dating, if you are dating, that means you are not committed to anybody. I don't think anybody should title you anything if you are dating casually. I don't.
So I mean, but I
so what? You have a little demon look. What you finna say, Vaughn? Because your little face went real weird.
I only ask how hard it is. Look, I only ask how hard it is because I know how easy it is. But we as humans make it really hard to love and let love. Like if we see two people, gay people, or we see something, we was talking earlier about. She said she couldn't date a midget, and I was like, "What if you fell in love with a midget?" I said,
I cannot date a midget.
I
I
said,
can
what
never
if you
fall in
fell
love
in
with a
love? Wait
midget.
a minute. I said, what if you fell in love with the midget spirit,
No,
with their personality,
no,
with
kiddo.
everything about them? They was your twin
It's
flame.
not gonna happen, kiddo.
That's
I don't like
superficial.
their hands. I don't like little
Kiddo,
hands. It's creepy.
That's
It's a creepy thing to me.
superficial.
kiddo.
Huh?
Whoa.
I don't
Kiddo.
care.
Huh?
Hold it. Kiddo.
Huh?
Now, you know her as well as I do. You know that number one, she's judgmental as hell.
So
Number
what?
two, she
All
don't
that
like
goes out.
short people.
All
And,
that goes out. Hold on. All that goes out the window when you're in the spirit realm. You don't get to do that.
No,
The body
not
don't
for
mean
her.
nothing. It's just a
no.
She know
vessel.
how to fight spirit.
I'm like
She know
that
how
too
to fight spirit.
in the human.
I can fight spirits. I can fight demons and I can fight spirits. I do not, I have nothing against midgets at all. I do not like their hands. I can't stand, it creeps me out. I cannot stand little bitty hands. Even if you're a tall man with a little hand, it creeps me out. I would never do it.
I
Never. I don't
wonder
even like it
why.
touching me.
I wonder if
Because
that's
Oh
something.
my God.
Hey,
Well,
Vaughn, look,
y'all,
Vaughn was like, I should
let
have
me
got
just
Whatever.
say, I love everybody. I can't do
There you
it.
Damn
go.
lie. You a damn lie. There's no
I love
way.
everybody.
I am
But
5'10" on a good
no,
day. What in the world
okay.
would I look like with somebody 5'1" or 4'9"
Why are you worried
or
about
But
what
what
you
2
if
look
foot
the
like?
thing
two?
was like this long?
Why is you worried about what you look like?
I don't care if the thing was this long. Just picture a little hand that feels like a little kid touching you.
Okay.
I'm like,
That is how
no,
I look
okay,
at
I'm
it.
gonna agree
It
with you
grosses me
on
out.
that. Because
Get out of
what
your
if
mind. Get out of your mind, because you're turning all of your little people fans off. No, I'm just messing. But
I can't
you
with
might
you.
have a
Okay.
you might have a little rich man out there about to give you a
Grow little
$1 billion
people.
now. He like, man, I ain't fucking with her.
okay, but no, but listen though, listen, y'all. So, like what Kiddo said, what if he's short, he's midget, he's short, whatever. But what if everything else with him was just perfect?
That's
Everything
how it
except
be.
his height.
That's how
You
it
telling
be.
me, right? You telling me that you wouldn't fool him just because one, you worried about the height, but you're worried about how people are going to perceive it when you're walking with this little man.
Right.
No, Vonda,
That's
I
what
don't.
it is.
It has nothing to do. Let me tell you something. It has nothing to do with their personalities at all. I cannot get past the hand. It's the hand that creeps me out.
So then,
The hand is little. It's so little. I cannot do the little hand in my mind, in my mental. I mean, there's midgets that work with me, and I do not go near them. I cannot deal with their hands.
that's
Now
something
they
you got.
know.
It's something in my head.
Listen.
I don't like their
Yes,
hands.
But
it
now
is.
they
It
know
is.
because you
Right.
just told
Hey,
me.
I just told you it's all in your mind. Now, I'm gonna tell you where it come from. It come from a past life memory that you're not taking acknowledgement of. So if you do a
Kiddo,
past life
I ain't dated
memory,
no midget in no past life. Ain't
yes, you
no
did,
midget. I don't like the
and
hands.
it probably wasn't a good experience based on how you feel this one in this one.
Let me go back
Anyway,
in my mind then.
back to the topic. Back to the topic.
No, because you always starting on me. I told you this earlier. I'm gonna start telling you my secrets, kiddo.
Back to there was no secret.
Okay, now
That
back
was
to the
not a
topic, but
secret.
I'm gonna say this first. I'm gonna say this. Now my niece is petrified of midgets. I'm telling you, and she see what
She was a midget
a
too.
short
She
person
was a midget
takes
too
off
in the
running.
past
She's
life.
doing it.
Now she hating on herself. That's what she came back here to overcome. So you tell her that. Tell her if she don't want to go 24,000 years on the cycle of a hamster wheel again, going through those lifetimes to learn lessons. She better start getting the lessons right
Damn
now.
hamster wheel.
Yeah, that
No,
the
no,
Okay,
revolving
let's
door.
get back to the topic.
Look.
Okay,
The revol. Now, hey, hold up now. Y'all know I'm still spiritual first and foremost. I come to these shows and try to get down on that level, but that ain't where I live at. I came here for a whole nother purpose. But that's why I do all of the music stuff and all of the acting and the things that I could have done in this life. Because I didn't come here to get rich. And I did come to get rich, but not that way. So, and I am rich. I'm already rich. But I didn't come to get rich from doing that. So, what I'm saying is do what you came to do, and whatever you don't like most, 9 times out of 10, that's what you came to overcome.
Well, I ain't gonna date no midget. I ain't never gonna overcome it.
You gotta date them, but you do.
Okay,
You do.
y'all, let's go back to our viewers. Okay, Orlando said game could also be having everyone think they the only one. That's true too, Orlando.
I said.
Abba said, okay, I
No,
see y'all define game as romantic multitasking. I simply define it as seduction. It can go hand in hand. What y'all think?
I think so.
But it ain't just seduction because you gotta act. You gotta act differently to each one of those women. So you got it's,
well, you do
each one of those
anyway.
men.
It's an Academy Award winning performance.
But you have to anyway.
When you got kids at the house, you ain't gonna act like you acting when you ain't got no kids over here. And then this woman gonna be different from that woman, so it's gonna be like, okay, I gotta act this way because I remember she like this, but this one, I gotta be that way. So it's an Academy Award winning performance to juggle that shit. That's why I don't do it. That ain't the only reason.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work though. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of remembering people's names. You gotta call everybody baby, so you won't call them the wrong name.
It take a lot of lying if you gonna do what the last caller say. He said convincing everybody that it's not a lie.
They're the only one.
Yeah, it takes a lot of lying to do that. A lot of lying. You got to do
no, but on the flip side, but on the flip side, if you're telling everybody the truth and you've been straight up from the gate, you don't have to worry about the lies because for you it's in the open. And then not only that, you're giving that person the option to decide if they want to deal with you or not.
But you know what you do got to worry about?
If they stay, that means they still want to deal with you. But you laid it all on the table, giving them the option to decide whether or not they want to keep dealing with you or not.
But you know what you do got to deal with? How they feel about that.
Yeah, they might not like it.
You don't care.
Most people don't like it because most men or most women don't like it, especially if it's something good. Like if you got somebody who's putting it down and you love their sex and you know they're going to give Joe Blow the same kind of sex, you just gonna mess with you just a nudge. Just a nudge.
Well, humans are territorial in the first place. So nobody wants anybody to have a person that they care about. So if that man or that woman cares about you to a certain degree and they know you out here doing something else, it's going to be one or two things. They're going to try harder to get you so you'll only be with them, or they just going to leave you alone, period. One of the two. That's how it should be. And the third thing is they might kill you if they can't have you. Can't nobody have you.
And that's called a violation of free will. And that's what's going off the planet next year. All of that has to leave planet Earth come January 1st. All in the violation of free will. We going into the age of Aquarius. I ain't gonna get off into the spiritual side too much because that's what my page is for. But I will say this: everybody got a choice. Even that person that's going off. I done been in them situations where a dude want to act like they want to kill somebody over a female a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Bizarre.
And
that's what you saw last night.
But they still not gonna get the female.
No, but that goes back to what we said last night. Because the show last night was what's the difference between coochie and pussy?
Right.
Pussy will get a man killed. Coochie is community property. Everybody getting it, digging it, doing whatever they want to do. But once you get a woman and she knows what to do, she knows what she wants, she knows what she expects of you, and she tells you that, and she don't worry about nothing else that you're doing. But you still
so basically what you're saying is you care more or you love pussy and you don't care as much and you don't love coochie.
Yeah,
in a sense.
In a sense, yeah.
You gotta care for it to even want to kill for it. If you ain't gonna kill for this and you kill for that, then you must care for this.
But how many people kill for it? That's the thing. It's so many people do this all day, every day. Men flip out over some coochie, and not even coochie sometimes. Sometimes it be some other shit. But women get killed every day for that.
That shit gotta get off planet Earth. How about that? All them got
It
to
probably
go.
should.
But it's
That's
not.
what we going through.
It's not.
That's what we going through right now.
It's been
We
going
going
on
through a
since
purge.
the beginning of time, though, kiddo.
Beginning of
It's
time.
been going on
People are
since the beginning of time.
territorial.
And
Well,
so,
it's the end. Hey, did you read my post lately? I said it's the beginning of it's the end of the beginning. That's what
Right, I saw
the
that.
end of
it's
the
the
beginning.
end of the beginning.
Okay.
So that's what
Right.
we're doing.
But what I'm
So you
saying
got to
is,
start over. You got to start over.
I get that.
Good
But
luck.
what I'm saying is this. When a
Give me
man
chills.
just with a woman, excuse my French, and he just fucking her and ain't no feelings involved. But then when he gets with a woman, one, she got her shit together. Two, when you come over, everything is the way it's supposed to be. You treating her the way she wants to be treated. She's reciprocating that act back to you. And she fucking you good and doing all this stuff. But she may not feel attachment to you, but you get attachment to her. And then once she does all that, and then you start going out here and you thinking she dealing with this other dude, then you beefing with this dude, people end up dead. I'm just saying. That's just how it is.
Yeah, and that happens. That does happen, right? So, well,
all the time. Kid, you've been with me long enough to know I deal with
rest my
crazies.
statements.
You ain't say
Well,
nothing. You gonna rest your case.
But you know it's real, kiddo, because you've been around me long enough to know how people be and how they get down when they be obsessed with you.
That's a choice, though, because see, you just was attracting those people because of your things you were going through, and we done been through all that, but you just didn't love yourself enough because to allow somebody like that to do things that they did was like a lack of self-love. So you've grown.
I don't know.
That
Crazy.
comes from previous lifetimes of self-judgment. See, when you're not addressing the spirit, that's what this earth plane was used for. It was a lesson to give everybody the opportunity as a spirit to ascend. That's where we at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I was just really, really, really highly spiritual. So everything, even like I could be talking about prostitution or pimping, and the spirit gonna come up, but it's gonna be on the level where you understand why that ain't that bad as they make it. Because it's all for the sake of a lesson, it's an experience, and it's even murder or molestation. Now, the violation of free will is the violation of free will, and all of that falls under that.
Yeah.
So all of that got to be lifted off the planet in this forthcoming age of Aquarius, and that's what we're all going through right now, but nobody know it.
Oh my God.
So right now, but it's fun. It's fun talking about it and reliving it, and but in my opinion, we are here to get solutions. At the end of the show, we should have a solution, and we ain't got but 10 minutes. We should have a solution of what to do about.
We always go over, kiddo. We ain't on no hour, but because we always go. Because
Okay, well, you can go over if you want. That ain't what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, what's the solution to the judgment of the coochie and the punani? Should you just love everybody, like she said at the beginning? Like you said you do? You said you love everybody. If you love the coochie and you love the punani, you're going to treat them with the same amount of what prevents you from treating the coochie like you treat the punani?
I don't.
That's the solution.
I don't know. I don't do punani.
You don't do punani. You say you don't do punani.
No. Okay, let's go back and say the solution is this for me. The solution is, if you like it, I love it. Nobody has no room to judge anybody because we all live in sin every single day. So if I decide to go do 2, 3, 4 dudes, or Shelly decided to go do whatever, whose business is it other than our own? That's just something that we want to do.
So let me put it in your lap. Let me put it in your lap.
There should be no label stuck to us because there are no labels stuck to men. Men only get he's a dog. Women
Let me put it. No, I'm gonna have to come back. Hold up. I'm gonna have to come back down to your level and say this. You said you don't do punani, so just say it's the dick of the cock, okay? And the cock is the guy you met at the club and you like him, and the dick is what you got at home. Now, what's the solution to giving them equal billing, so to speak, to loving everybody, as you say?
You say, come on, baby, put your back into it. Yeah,
Wait,
ding-a-ling is
loving
different.
everybody and fucking everybody is two different things.
Oh,
Now, if
God.
I know I got somebody at home,
That's the
this is
solution.
me.
That's the solution.
And Shelly can tell you this. Shelly can tell you this. If it's me, if I got a man at home, number one, I don't cheat. But if I'm single and I decide to date wherever I want to date, if I want to give it up, I'm going to give it up. And I shouldn't be judged for that.
Go back. Rewind. Have you ever cheated? Don't lie. You thought
No.
you did. See, you did
I
that.
haven't.
That's that shit that got me divorced right there.
I haven't.
That's that bullshit.
I have not. I
In
haven't.
your whole entire life.
I have never
In your
cheated
whole
on nobody because, for one, if I'm with, listen, let me put this out here first and foremost.
Oh shit!
Shelly
Now here
can
we go.
attest to this. No, I'm telling you the truth.
I hate
If I'm
the
dealing
truth.
with somebody, if you let me tell you,
I'm listening.
if I'm dealing with somebody and I keep telling you, listen, I'm not happy, I'm not this, I'm not that, they keep doing it.
So you
So
need
I decide, when I decide to do what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell them, look.
To that point for you to cheat. You had to get something to push you to the point to cheat. You ain't got to make no
You sound like a
You ain't let me
protester.
finish.
You ain't got to make no excuses.
You didn't let me finish.
You got to let her finish, kiddo.
I feel like the same conversation that got me broke up with damn near everybody I ever had a relationship with. It's that same conversation. Acting out on y'all.
You different.
Huh?
Well,
You did.
if somebody is telling you, if she's saying, I'm telling you, I'm not happy, this ain't working, this ain't good, and you keep doing the same stuff, you deserve to probably be cheated on. But see, this is the difference. Now, let me tell you.
Hold up. Oh, so you ain't never cheated either?
Look, you talk to the ones I've been with. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be the girl to tell you, this is what I'm getting ready to go do.
You have women always get wait a minute, hold up. Instead of answering the question.
That's because I got insecure ass women. I can't help it your dudes want to come over here and mess with me.
Ask me, have I ever cheated?
Look.
Ask me, have I ever cheated?
I was about to say, if y'all
No.
let me finish. If y'all let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
What I was going to say was, once I tell you how I feel, and you keep doing what you're doing, then I put it out there. Listen, if you're going to keep doing this, this is what I'm going to do. If you decide to stay, that's on you. If I go out, I meet somebody, I decide to fuck, that's just what I do. And I like that. That's what I do.
You let that be known.
I'm not hiding anything.
But that's not considered cheating, kiddo, if you telling the person what you getting ready to do.
I told you. If you don't step up to the plate.
I'm asking you a question now. You let that be known?
Yes.
You let that be known?
Yes.
If you let it be known, that's my problem.
Every time.
But you ain't cheating. It won't be considered cheating, kiddo, if you're telling the person what you're getting ready to do.
You're not
it's cheating if you're in a relationship and you step outside of the boundaries of your relationship. If you're dating with somebody, you're not technically required to tell that person what you're doing.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying. You can't tell me shit. You got to show me. And every time I ask,
I can show you.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. And every time I ask, you do something to show me that what you're saying is not what you're doing. And you don't even do it on purpose. It's like if I say, have you ever cheated? And you my wife, and then you look up to the sky and think about the shit. I said on me. You ain't got to think about if you cheated on me or not. So when I ask you that, it's no thought. If you really feel like you ain't cheated. So you ain't got to explain nothing. You ain't got to say, well, I waited until that motherfucker pushed me so far and I told his ass, but we were still together, but fuck that, he knew. Fuck that. I don't want to hear none of that. He done got me like on the alignment now. And I live on alignment because humans lie. My cards don't lie when people try. Period. It's just been proven. And so that be the case, I'm always astute. So if you, all you had to do was say, when I said, have you ever cheated? And you said no, all you had to do was say no. But made me go off. No, you did. But maybe go off was you started looking around first. And I said, that's that shit.
No, I didn't. No. I straight up said no. I have not.
Okay, we got it on.
I don't have to think about it because I haven't done it. I don't have to think about that because I've never done it. Because I'm the type of person. Wait a minute.
We have
Wait
no
a
report.
minute.
I'm gonna go back and
Wait
check
a
the tape.
minute. I'm gonna go back and look.
Let her
But
talk,
if I say
kiddo.
I didn't cheat because number
I
one,
know what you
if
believe.
I
know
don't
what
cheat
you
because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do before I do it. So that
now
ain't
look.
cheating if you know.
Now
First and foremost.
to end our debate, I believe you. And I don't even use the word believe. So there is some like doubt in the shit of me. If I said I know you ain't never cheated, that's something totally different. But I believe you
But
when
you
you
don't
say,
know me like that.
no. But I know spirits. And I believe you when you say, that you have never cheated. I think that you accomplished that in this lifetime. Now, I don't think your actions, like I said, are meeting up with what you did. I think you still have like trepidation about whether it was cheating or not based on your actions. Because if you're confident,
I don't have
well, I'm just letting
listen.
you know what I think. I'm letting you know what I think.
Wait a minute. Let me just say this before I forget. If
You
I
can
do
take,
anything,
because you can take this
wait,
for
let
future.
me talk.
Okay, go ahead.
If I do anything, I'm conscious of what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And I ain't gonna be sorry about what the fuck I did. Because if I did it, I did it. And I'll tell you that I did it. And I don't have to hide what I did. That's all I'm saying. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe that, and that's rare. That's very rare in this paradigm or this earth plane that we've been living in. Now, all I want to see is the confidence behind you. Own that. And when I mean own it, I'm talking about if you had asked me, have you ever cheated on me? Like direct, I'd be like, no. It'd just be like, no, but if I had cheated on you, then I probably would have been like this. No, real quick, like thought about that time. It's like FBI. When your eyes go up to the left to try to look up for something real quick, they already know it's something in there that ain't all the way right. So I'm like that. And why you look up? Yeah, you ain't got to look for something if you know. You ain't got to even take a glimpse. All you got to do is be like, no,
Okay.
I never cheated. Period.
Well,
That's how I live my life. And that's probably why I get into it so much with people, because they think they can hide behind the body.
well,
They hide the spirit. The spirit is transparent. Where she go? Don't come back there. It's all good. I believe she ain't never cheated. She just gotta know it. I believe you ain't never cheated, and that's a great accomplishment. But you gotta know that shit.
I do know that. But what I was saying to you, if you let me talk for 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
If you let me talk for just 2 seconds. I don't cheat because I keep it 100 with people that I deal with. If I'm not happy, or if I'm in a situation, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to lay it out there. Like I always tell people to give me and do for me, is give you the option to decide whether you want to deal with the bullshit I'm coming with me or not. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if I tell you, look, go ahead, kiddo.
No, you're speaking my language. I'm just like that. I know that's possible. What I'm saying to you is, this is how I'm not. And you're not addressing what I'm addressing. You keep trying to prove that you're faithful, and I told you I believe that. So you ain't got to.
Well, go ahead. Let me listen clearly. Go ahead. I'll address it. Go ahead.
All you had to do to end this was say, "Oh, next time I'm gonna look you dead in your eye, and I'm gonna be like, no." That's all you had to do to end that.
But I don't have to prove that to you.
You gotta prove it. But
that's what I'm trying to prove something to you. I'm not trying to prove anything to you.
I'm talking about to yourself.
I don't have to prove that to myself, because I know me. I know who I am. So I don't have to do that. That's not a worry for me.
That's great.
Period.
That's great.
But anywho, your brother said, if you look it up in the Webster game, Rose said, oh Lord, Rose crazy. Miss Atlanta said, conversation rules the nation. Let me see. Yeah, we sorry we got off topic. We got into our own thing.
No, this is all for
Shelly, you might have to click. Okay, here it goes.
Ain't no real talk when they feel it.
Here it is. Wait a minute. It came.
That's what make your show go viral. When you got real talk, you break through all that motherfucking transparency bullshit.
That's what we do.
Okay, then stop apologizing.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get back to where we left off. Wait. Dating. Hold on.
Kitty gonna make somebody jump through
I'm
this
trying to
damn
get back up
screen.
to where we were, y'all. Cause we like missed a whole lot of comments.
Well, go ahead and run them down. We're gonna have a special 2-hour show tonight. 3 hours. The record breaking show.
No.
I'm just messing with
we
you,
ain't
girl.
doing that. That's what we do.
That's a joke.
Nuts.
That's what they call a joke.
Okay, here we go. Let me.
But look,
Okay.
I know in your course of telling those men, see, because this is good conversation, and this is what your topic led to. So this is all a part of the topic. But if you got a good man, what you feel is a good man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you tell him that speech that you gave, right? And whatever it is that he was not doing, he attempting to do what you wanted, but he wasn't getting it all right. Are you able to then go and exercise your dick in the jar clause?
If he's trying, if he's trying and he's still doing everything he's supposed to do, then I can meet him halfway and try to help him along the way to know where we need to be or where I
give me an example of some of the things that man could do to make you use the dick in the jar clause.
What's a dick in the jar clause?
That's I got this dick over here in the jar. Don't make me break this jar open on your ass. That's that. So since you got that over there, I'm asking you, what is it that he did? Because I'm trying to figure something out. What is it that he did to make you? Did he lose his job and didn't have no money, or did he go out and cheat on you, or did he get caught cheating? What led you to the point where you was like, okay, I got a good man, but I got the dick in the jar. I got to break out the dick in the jar.
Well, first and foremost, for me, the number one thing is communication. So if I'm talking to you and I'm communicating to you how I feel, and you don't know how to reciprocate or communicate back to me when I'm telling you, look, XYZ, but you don't know how to fix it, and I give you advice or options on how to fix the situation, and you don't, then you just opening up something open for me to be like, okay, well, I've
so
tried everything that I helped you try to get.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you out, but when you say something, I get the point to where I can already respond. But go ahead.
But you don't let me finish saying what I'm saying.
I'm letting you finish saying what you're saying right now.
Anywho, let me tell you. So like you and I in a relationship, just using you and I as an example, and you communicate with everybody else perfectly fine. But when it comes to me and you, we could be in the house together for a week, 2 weeks. You may say 5 words the whole time. And if I come to you and I say, kiddo, damn, well, you talking to everybody else. This is all I need from you. Can you do this? Can you do that? Or do you think we can do this to make it better? Or what can I do to make things better? And you try to come and meet me halfway. And if I gave you a couple more weeks to get to that, and you don't do anything to try to meet me halfway, then the next conversation we're going to have is like, look, this is what I told you. I tried to do this.
Let me ask you this, because at that point, the relations are broken. So let me ask you this: during that time period, how was your communication? To that to me? Were you looking for faults and taking little cheap jabs and doing all kind of bullshit that made me not want to even give you no attention, or to cut you out my motherfucking peripheral vision so that you wasn't even around because you got on my nerves so goddamn much? Was it that? Or was it, baby, you really like understanding and really having the patience and the time, not that you full of shit and you need to get your shit together every 5 minutes. You ain't did shit. Not that. Because I know how black women can be. And it ain't their fault.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Because it's hard out here for a pimp.
I'm an empathetic person.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
So I'll be like,
but the reason I even think they said, like I said,
I know you don't like that word.
I ain't never been keen on pimping.
But what
listen what I'm saying. I ain't never been keen on pimping. But the reason I was able to even relate with them is because I know the world we live in and the system sometimes deal you a hand that you got to play. So I had some like room. Now I wasn't about to get involved too tough, but I had room for understanding that this is something that's got to be. So I'm asking you, what role did you play in the communication process that made it get to the point where, because at that point where he wasn't talking 5 minutes, it was broke. It was gone. It was time to be like, I'm out. But, you know, for some reason, it was still.
First, you have to see how a person is from the beginning. Secondly, I'm an empathetic person. So I'm like, you know, what's wrong? I don't come at you crazy like that. I don't. So I'm like, you know, what's wrong? You know, you talk to everybody else like, so what's going on with, you know, why can't you talk to me like that? Or what's the problem? I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you. So if I keep saying that, and Shelly knows I'm real blunt and I'm real upfront about everything. So if I'm coming to you like that, that's showing you that I care from the get-go. So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you this, and then just say all your friends come over, you the life of the party, everything. As soon as they leave, you shut down again. And I'm like, hey, what you doing? I mean, like, what's wrong? Like, why you don't talk to me like that or whatever? And I'm not coming at you in an argumentative way. I'm just asking questions. So if I keep coming to you like that, and I give you 2 or 3 times, he don't let me talk.
Oh, go ahead.
And if you keep doing that, then I'm going to get agitated. I'm going to get aggravated. I'm going to get frustrated. And then I'm going to be at the mode like, fuck it. I done tried to come to you. I done tried to ask you this. I done tried to do this and do that. And I'm not going to open your mouth, make you flap your tongue, and make you fucking talk. So, therefore, you get what you get. And I'm gone. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going on my way. And then you in your feelings somewhere, and then you want to decide you want to talk to me later about this. And after I've asked you 100 times, and when you decide you're ready to tell me, I don't want to hear the shit no more because I didn't ask you about that. Men do this shit all the time. But like I said, I'm cut from a different world.
Everybody do it. Everybody on this planet do it. But what you're talking about is narcissists. And I've been guilty of that. I ain't saying you are.
I'm far from a narcissist. I deal with a narcissist every day. I know I'm not that.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person who exuded that type of behavior.
I don't think he's a narcissist.
Yes, he is. If he did the things that you said he was doing, like being a life of the party with this motherfucker, and 5 minutes later he treat you like he ain't shit, then he doing that for a reason.
I'm just saying that. I mean, let me put this out there. Let me say this. Number one, I know me. I know that I have a strong personality, and it takes a special type of person to deal with me.
Yeah, so you're gonna trigger the narcissist. You're gonna trigger the narcissist. He gonna be walking around. Hey, he gonna be walking around not talking to you because y'all not gonna be on the same page, and you're not gonna understand him, and he's not gonna understand you.
You don't match, but in some areas, but not all of them.
But y'all ain't gonna be trying to understand each other. He ain't gonna be trying to hear what you talking about. You ain't gonna be trying to hear what he talking about, even though y'all both got valid points.
Well, you know what? That's why I got the option to take my ass to my own house, go home, and I don't have to deal with it.
Hey,
and that's just how that goes. Period.
That's what it do.
I can't. Y'all is comical. I love y'all. That's what I gotta do.
All right, Shelly.
I love y'all. Y'all is funny to me.
No, Shelly. I've been saying to myself during the whole time we were going back and forth. I was saying to myself, you got to come out now because your energy has like sunk back to the room. So now we got to sink back, and you got to come out just to balance the show. So when people watch back, they get.
I'm sitting back watching shenanigans.
I'm always thinking production.
Because look, you can go all day, every day.
You hit that nerve. Vonda was like, "Let me tell you how this worked." Now that's one of her pet peeves. I'm trying to tell you when you was speeding into the devil's den.
I think this podcast stuff is just like real life, because everybody in real life be acting. Didn't I tell you this, Shelly? I was like, why I can't FaceTime nobody when I want to? Because everybody.
Oh my God, he was like, "Can you FaceTime me?" And I'm like, "Boy, everybody want to see you with their pajamas and pants on. They want to see you looking
it's like if you had the opportunity to go, if you had the, like, I always said this when we were younger, we used to just pop up and visit each other and do stuff and just come to see each other. People don't do that no more. Now you got but now you got FaceTime, so you can easily hit your whoever up and talk to them just like you was. We used to watch this shit on the Jetsons when I was a kid. Oops, I'm telling my.
But what if they're in the room with somebody else and they want to FaceTime you? What if somebody's sitting there next to them and FaceTime ain't available at that moment?
I gotta have my second face. I'm telling you, I gotta have my second face ready at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I'm putting on an act. If I gotta put the makeup on, I gotta put an act on. So
well then I guess you didn't see me with the act, man, because you saw me in my pajamas.
Wait a minute. So life is an act. It's just like this podcast. So I treat the podcast.
Old game.
Yes. But you gotta know the rules.
It is. It's one big ass game. We just play what we play the cards we're dealt, the hand we're dealt, and we just all of this stuff is. I tell people this all the time. Half the shit is in your mind. You know, all this stuff we do that we make complicated. It's very, very simple if we just be like, just get that I don't give a fuck attitude, and the shit just bounces off your shoulder. You know, you gotta stop pulling people out.
And Miss Shelly Live, we control our thoughts and our words in association with our reality. That's the key to this earth plane. Now, when you want to get off the earth plane and go into the spiritual realm, you got to start dealing with mudras and signs and symbols and rituals and words and thoughts, because you got to put all the shit together in order to reach the highest grounds, low or high. You got to put it all of it counts. That's why I'm so big about little shit. Like, I don't let people call me nigga, because I know the origins and the vibrations of the word, and it's going to eventually make me act like that, whether I want to or not. And I've tested it and found it to be true. So can't nobody tell me nothing. And if they say, oh, I don't mean it like that, I'm going to say, look at the results. That's everything about results. Results is everything. A person could be like, oh, look at results. You ain't this, you ain't that. But the person who you say this and that, they terribly unhappy and terribly fucked up, and you don't know what the fuck they going through behind the scenes. Woo, woo, woo. So that's how shallow and deep this shit is. It's all an illusion. And if we get past that, then you can date the midget.
Oh Lord, here we go with this midget again. It's never going to happen.
Okay, we done made it all about us. So Mr. ATL said, all I need to do is communicate to you to and with your mind. Your brother said, Rod said, real game is living your truth. He said, V, we not related. Kiddo is losing it.
That's your own damn brother.
Hey, but he should already know. I've been lost it. I lost it at birth.
He said, kid is losing it. Michelle said, I know that's right, Ravonna. My guy friends that I grew up with educated me on guys. The best thing that could have happened to me. Facts. Rod said, yep, keep it pimping. He said, Shelly, there is a midget in your closet.
Oh, my God. Stop the
madness. Kevin said, midgets
that's a song right there. That's a song right there. Midget in your closet.
Kevin said, Shelly, midgets need love, too.
All they want somebody else.
Orlando said dating does provide a lot of freedom. Shelly, opposite, Shelly don't like their heads. What head? Hey, Chris. Chris, you ain't no
no, I don't
midget.
like their hands. Their
Chris,
hands. It's just their hands.
I'm kind of a midget. Chris, you are not. You taller than me, so you ain't no midget. But you got a tall man's like. He got that tall man's attitude, Chris, dude. Look,
Yeah,
Hold on. Rewind. Did she say what head?
he said.
No, Abba said what head.
Wait a minute, hold up. She said no. Before I left,
what head?
wait a minute. She said what head? Y'all fans can't wait to get freaky, man. You better hurry up and do that VIP room because they can't wait to get like super freaky. If y'all was just being super freaky, y'all show would be have about 1 million people. Like some WAP shit, like some Cardi B, and if y'all was doing that shit, because that's the human. That's the way they've been trained. They've been trained to like.
Don't worry, we already know, kiddo. We know what we gotta do.
All right, they've been trained for taboo. For what they ain't supposed to have.
Hey, not taboo. Pamela said, "OMG, Michelle." Orlando said, "Let me see." Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, we have missed so many comments. Like it's
They
so
was
many.
coming up, but I just saw them popping because Kiddo and you was in the debate of the lifetime.
I be trying to keep the show popping.
Okay.
When I come on, I be wanting them to be like, able to look back on the show and tell people to go look at it. Man, go watch this.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna trip out. Just at least if it's one person.
They crazy as hell.
Right. That's what people like. They like a good time. They like excitement. Yeah. They like taboo. That's why I said if y'all got real raunchy and we just got to talking like real nasty and open, everybody will start sharing this shit. It'll go viral. I'm talking about just do it on purpose. Just do a Cardi B, but in the podcast world. Just start talking just nasty and open and raunchy as you can possibly think. The most ratchet, the
most ratchetest thing I can think about in my mind.
Well, I mean, the most ratchetest. Just like have a show about debauchery, just ratchetness. We're going to see how ratchet we can be on one podcast at one time. We're going to see if we can break a record. Tell me that wouldn't blow up. Watch somebody do it now that I'm saying. Now that I'm saying that somebody will do it.
Okay, Vaughn just found her place on our podcast. She has to read these comments because I got to get off this live.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, right. It's 121. Orlando said, Shell, I get it. It's your preference. You need to be attracted to a person you're involved with. Duran said, no. Opposite Shelly, their hands may be little for a hand, but it may be perfect size for something else. Stefan said, Stefan said he's confused. Orlando said, kiddo, so. He said, so, whatever dislike today, you were in your past life. Whatever you dislike today was in your past life.
Well, it depends on your birth chart because what you agreed to come here, and your birth chart is like a blueprint, and I give the red print. And the blueprint is if you get it read and you follow it, then you'll be in alignment with what it is you came to do, and the quicker you can ascend. Now, the red print is only to help you navigate through, but humans don't listen. They don't remember all the other life. They can't remember all the other lifetimes because they did so much dirty and heinous and good and angelic shit that they wanted to forget, and that's okay. But this shit right here is like undebatable, and it's not biblical. And that's why it's undebatable, because it's real and they're not going to put it out there for you to have. So you got to go within to get it. But at any rate, yeah.
Let's see. Greg Giles. Hey, Greg. Greg said this is the best show on earth. For real, though. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Your brother said, Bruce E. Wren, where you at? Hey, Jocelina. She said, tell the truth. Orlando said, wars have started over a woman, Helen of Troy. Right. I was a kiddo, keep referencing the spirit. Hold on. Does he have any knowledge of astral walking?
Tell him he already know the answer to that question.
He can hear you.
He know the answer. And I know he know the answer. That's why he asked the question. But that's okay. And yes, and after December 21st, many other people gonna know the experience because the veil will be lifted, and then they'll have no choice but to accept transparency, or they won't. They'll have to do something else.
Rod said, solution, love the highest power first, and all shall be fine. That's always true.
That's yeah.
Orlando said, I disagree with Kiddo that a victim is a victim because of their actions. Sometimes you find out a person is crazy once it's too late. That's true too, Orlando.
I just okay, and he'll disagree with me because I've been talking about the violation of free will all night. And when somebody do something outside of the alignment of what they came to do, then that's a violation of free will. But if they came to do it, then who is he to say it's right or wrong? Because he probably did it in another life, but now he's judging it in this life, which is why he probably did it in another life. But it's okay because it's all an illusion. And if he looked at it from outside that human perspective, then now don't get me twisted. I'm here. So I deal with the laws and the rules to the degree that they're in alignment with the universe. So if he say somebody do some bullshit, they got some bullshit coming. However they get the bullshit, they're gonna have it coming. And I'm usually the precursor of it. I'm the Mr. Swift Justice Instant Karmic Manifestation Man on the planet. So that's who I am. I didn't choose this, this chose me, and I chose this. But anyway, so to answer your question, what was your question?
Orlando. Abba said, do you know about astral walking?
Oh yeah. He got the answer to that. He already know I'm all into that, and I've mastered that to a degree incomprehensible to mankind.
Okay. Stefan said society don't see it that way. Rod said, V, it's my business, and you got a man at home. Come home and see me. Oh God. I would say V telling someone you ain't happy isn't the same as breaking up. Breaking up is breaking up. But who said it was something to break up? It could have just been someone I was kicking it with. I never said I was in the relationship. I was just saying that if you're with a person and you're telling them constantly what you like and what you don't like, and then they don't try to fix it, that doesn't mean you're in the relationship. That just means somebody you're kicking it with. Kicking it and dating and being in a relationship is three totally different things. I never said.
Let me say something to that last caller. Can I say something to that last caller?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Because it's not really me saying it. It's your higher self, and I don't want to forget it because it's not me. So I want to say the way it came into my head. So he was like, tell him that when you connect with me, when you allow your consciousness to connect with me, then you can astral travel all the time. His higher self said that to me to tell him, when you allow yourself to connect with me, then you can astral travel all the time. And that was it. That's exactly what it said, and it left my mind. And I don't make this shit up. And I ain't trying to say, you can say I'm crazy, whatever.
I know you ain't crazy.
Okay. So, but many people have said that, and many people, they feel that way, and that's okay. But
people are also afraid of the unknown and what they don't know and what they don't understand.
Well, like I said, after December 21st, everybody's going to have that potential, and then there'll be no excuses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Peanut. Peanut said, Sylvia said,
we
nobody
made it. In other words, we made it.
Just go on.
Unless they take them vaccines, or unless they eating a lot of cereal and a lot of meat, or drinking blood or taking blood of any kind, because it has iron in it, and it will toothpaste too block your pineal gland and keep you in a third dimensional reality. So that's my word that I have to give from my higher self to the world, from y'all show and y'all listeners. So watch out for, and Facebook probably didn't want me to say that, but my higher self was like, if you don't speak up, then so I said it. A lot of people ain't gonna care no way, but I'm letting y'all know, Michelle, I'll be on you all the time, but that's one of mine. But yeah, so that's what's happening right now. We're entering into the age of Aquarius, and you got to be of a certain vibration to get in. And it ain't nowhere but right where you at. But it's what you're going to be experiencing where you at. Okay. It's going to be consciously co-created.
Let you see what? Your brother let me see. Let you see what? See, he said, right. He
Oh.
said, kiddo, let him talk.
Oh, my bad.
He said, did you see them eyes V giving you?
They cut a knife. I'm trying to tell you.
He said, Bruce said it's based on her actions. Orlando said, kiddo, have you ever been wrong about anything?
Yes. I thought this was going to happen in 2012.
What? They want to know what.
I've been wrong about a lot of shit. I can't think all the shit
I'm sure.
Don't get him
What you
started.
doing? Look up.
Huh? But tell him, hey, but V
Because
Lovebird.
kiddo's down here on my screen, so I be looking at him.
But V Lovebird, I've been right about most shit that I done been wrong about.
You've been right about most shit that you've been wrong about.
I done been right about more shit that I done been wrong about.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you be on point a whole lot. You do. You be on point a lot.
But it's all good though. Everything gonna be all good unless it's not.
Monte said, I just walked in cheating is a made up word. That ain't no made up damn word.
That ain't no damn made up word. It's real. It's real if you make it real. I tell you what you do. You don't date. You don't do nothing. You stay single and do whatever the hell you want. Makes it simple.
Your brother says, so damn, y'all forgot about us. We didn't forget about y'all. Me and kiddo just went into a different
Michelle, why don't you take some questions from the caller?
Why?
Why don't any questions they want to ask? Why don't you take questions? Any questions they want to ask?
Give me a question. Any question you want to ask. Knock yourself out because you got 2 seconds to get a question.
All right, I'm going to read these comments because people like to listen.
In relation to the topic. In relation to the topic.
Yes, in relation to the
Bruce
topic.
said that's why I love kiddo. Monte said persuasion rules the nation. Abba said dick in a jar, dude. Pamela said, I tell who I love, if I don't make you happy, please leave. I can't imagine having multiple men. And Ross said, Shelly, you should have refereed this shit between me and kiddo.
I know, right? I was trying to throw my hands up. They was going at. Vaughn was cutting knives. I thought she was gonna jump down there in the screen. Kiddo was back there eating bananas and shit. You didn't know where to stop from there. I didn't want to intervene.
I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna
y'all,
tell y'all.
It's all love. It's all love. It's all love.
She used the kiddo and his craziness. Trust me.
I'm gonna tell y'all when that shit went awry. When I got that dispensary packet, everything went this way.
Yeah.
When I saw the hand go up, I said, "Oh, here we go. Here they got it started."
Look, when I heard, I already knew we was about to go to the left.
Right.
Okay, all the way to the left.
I channeled Rasta Kiddo tonight. I channeled Dushan's energy. I got his hat on, everything. I didn't mean to wear all of that nothing. But he over here.
Earrings, the whole gypsy and shebang.
Hey, I didn't know it.
Look, Shelly, he channeled Empress Vonda.
So this how he get. This how he get when he get high.
I don't get
that. What it
is? And all it is channeling the same spirit that my dad channeled. So it's a certain spirit that my dad channeled when he got high, and that's when he turned into kiddo. Now, Encore is the spiritual man, and that's who I signed on as. But then I became kiddo as I started taking in the drinks and the weed and all of the libations, and I was like, okay.
And contaminating your daily system every day.
And not every day.
Ross said, every day. I got you.
They know every day.
The devil is a lie.
All things in moderation.
That's true. Monte said you can't worry about how I talk to everyone else.
Oh, my bad.
Y'all gonna let me read these comments?
That's your kiddo down in that screen.
He said, you can't worry about how I talk to everyone else. I talk to them any kind of way I care about your feelings. So I watch what I say to you. Okay. Yeah. Ross said, like now, she has asked you 1,000 and own times to let her finish her statement. Perfect example. Shelly, are you there? That's Roz talking to y'all. Thank you for
I'm
taking up
listening
for
to
me,
the Battle
y'all.
of the Bands.
Roz coming
Oh
for
look,
y'all.
kid done turned on the disco light.
Well, he
Mm-hmm.
with me now.
Ask Ross when he become. He done turned into me, and I done turned into him. When he become Captain Save-A-Ho? He never
I
been
ain't no
Captain
hoe. What
Save-A-Ho.
you mean,
No,
Queen? He become
Lord.
Captain
Y'all
Save a
is
hoe. What the
stupid.
fuck?
Look, kid done
Excuse
turned
my
on the
language,
disco
y'all.
moves. He done got lit. Stop the madness
Look,
off
kid
in the
on
building.
here working
Podcast
in
get
the
back
club.
10. Look,
He done
kid
got you
done
working
turned
in
on
the
the
club
lights in
over
the
here.
background, y'all.
Look,
He
he
done
better
set the
puff
tone.
cash before I get in
I
that
know,
ass.
okay? Pass it around the scene so we can all feel a little of this love.
Okay. Sylvia
Now you look
said,
fine, fine.
good
After
conversation.
the party is the after party.
Okay, I'm after your party.
Hey,
Monte said, life is a stage. Thank you, Renee.
look, when R. Kelly was out, yeah, that was y'all was like, oh, that's the party is the life. Now it don't get no love.
Monte said it's the lower self.
You know,
Renee
it's
said
a
I'm
whole
not.
fool.
Renee, we were
Judgment,
talking
man,
about,
because
we
it's all
kind of got,
judgment. It's all self-judgment. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
we were talking about if a woman dates 1 to 3 men and she sleep 1 to 3 or more men, and if she's sleeping with more than 2, does that make her a hoe? Is what we were talking about. That was the topic. Or is she considered a hoe? And we said no. It's just a woman, utilizing her options to decide what she wants out of whoever she's dating. Ross said, if y'all could be an Aries, Ross is Aries.
Yep. Aries cray. You already know.
My baby is an Aries, and my daddy.
Mm-hmm. So you know what you got to
But
deal
my
with.
daddy was the coolest man ever.
He done
so
mild
many
down now though.
comments.
He ain't. I'm sure he done calmed down, but you know.
Monte said, I was a nigga in my lower self. Now I vibrate at a higher frequency. Good for you.
See what I'm saying?
Good,
See, we got
Monte.
one. We got one. Hey, what did Christ say? What did y'all Jesus say? If you just go and get one, you take them from the niggerdom, just one. Then all the angels in the heaven. No, I'm just messing.
Orlando said, kiddo, is there a woman you wouldn't date and why?
Is there a woman that I wouldn't date?
Look at this one.
I'm trying to do something.
He done walked across. Look, I don't even know what kiddo doing right now, okay? He all over the place on the scene.
Oh, I'm trying to get my vibes right.
I can tell you got the flashing lights going on. You done dim the lights.
I didn't mean for the lights to flash like that. I wanted to be what
You said, so kiddo, is there a woman you wouldn't date and why?
No, I don't think there's a woman on the planet that I wouldn't date.
Okay. Well, there's no why. Ross said V and I are not related, and is what I'm saying. No, we're not related.
Now look, V Lovebird, for the sake of transparency, because you know I'm big on transparency. That question could have been answered in many different ways, right?
True. Mm-hmm.
But I answered it the spiritual way.
Okay.
Now, in my human form, is there a woman that I wouldn't date? Of course there is. But I can't say that because if I found myself in a situation with that spirit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then I wouldn't be talking to that woman anymore. I'd be talking to that spirit. I'd have to because it'd be just me and that spirit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So however we cross paths, that would be our date.
Okay.
And I'd have to. I couldn't just turn away and be like, woo, unless she was like on some demonic shit. And I was like, bitch, you don't get away from me. It's going to be a war.
A spiritual warfare.
It's shallow and deep. Now you're looking for someone when there ain't no one but me.
Michelle, Shelley, Orlando said
Yes.
midgets' lives matter.
Yeah, well, they do. I'm sure they
Y'all,
do to some people.
y'all gonna have a midget definition league
Huh?
coming up.
No.
Y'all gonna have midgets outside protesting. Y'all blow up.
I have nothing against midgets. That's her talking. I
I
have
don't
nothing against
have.
You
it.
gonna have to.
Listen
You
now.
gonna have to.
Let me be clear.
You
I
gonna have
don't
to
have
date a
nothing
midget.
against them. I just don't like their hand. Their hand. There's nothing against their personalities. Nothing like
What's wrong
that.
with
I
their
just
hands?
don't. They're very little.
But they gotta have two hands.
Yeah, but they're little, and when they touch you, it feels really weird.
How you know?
It's
Okay,
like,
let me get through these
just
comments, y'all, so we
imagine.
can end this live. We've been on almost 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable though.
Roz was saying he was just saying something about when you said we're all related. He said not. Nita said like the straight hair.
I didn't say. Well, we are all related, but when I say related, I meant from the standpoint of coming into the human form. Like once again, a spirit is a spirit. Now there's fragments. There's the triple darkness, the divine spark, and the beginning of creation. But we just gonna get down to the fragments, because down here we gotta deal with people that spark, and then spark through their brothers and sisters, and then they cousins on purpose, and then they brothers and sisters on purpose, and then they mamas and daughters on purpose. So you got to get down to fragments upon fragments. That's how I look at it.
I get
And
it.
if you're going from here to the spirit to there, do you know how far down you got to come? If you're looking at everything from here,
yeah,
like
it's a long way.
How they say that way. And so that's a crazy place to be.
Chris said he needs to vibe with you. He has a website, Chris, and we're gonna give it at the end of the show.
I guess I do now. I gotta get
You
one.
do have a website
What?
called 747.
What's your website?
No, I got a OnlyFans.
Well, whatever. You can give it at the end.
All right.
Right, Renee. Monte said, kiddo, are you on the red? He said, are you on the red pill or the blue pill?
Tell him I'm on both pills. Tell him I took all pills.
Oh,
Tell him I took all the pills.
Stupid. Completely stupid.
Orlando said he does enjoy having you on this show, kiddo. Hey, Trina.
He is a whole monster.
And back to the topic at hand, Monte said, no, it does not make her a hoe. She only a hoe if she's selling it. Okay, kiddo said that earlier, Monte. She said,
hey, V Love Bird.
Huh?
You want to know what Duchenne would have did if the real him was on this show?
Who?
If I channel Duchenne, right? If I channel my brother Roz, you want to know what he would have did right then?
What?
You a hoe. You know you a hoe.
You a hoe, because I told you.
So that's what he would have did to me. He'd have did that to me, just broke out freestyling like that. But he wouldn't do it on the show because of you. See, that's that bullshit. Now, he know what I'm talking about. He laughing right now.
You sound like Eddie Kane on the damn Temptation. You said he don't come out.
He about to try to come back slick.
Jamal said, hey, Jamal. Jamal said, no, she's a grown-ass woman. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Oh, but let me ask you this. Shelly Live. What makes her a hoe just because she get paid?
I ain't saying she was a hoe on either accord.
I'm just saying that's part of the topic. What makes her a hoe?
We was asking, does it make a difference? And I say, if you fucking somebody, he breaking you off, no, it does not make you a hoe.
A hoe, or what was the question? The show topic.
If a woman is dating 1 to 3 men and she's sleeping with at least 2 of them, does that make her a hoe?
Okay. Does that make her a hoe?
No.
Oh, well, I said we're taking money. So a whore technically is taking money. A whore is taking. If she take money, that don't make her a hoe.
No, it depends on what aspect she coming in.
Hold up. So what makes a whore then? Just run around fucking for free? A nymphomaniac?
If you fucking for right, I mean, my thing is this.
Why does that make a whore?
Take it.
Why does she just like to fuck?
I'm about to say something.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is this. Why would you give it away for free if you can get something for it? That's my whole thing.
What if money didn't matter? What if money? Wait a minute. Wait up. Hold up. You asked why. You asked why.
I didn't ask why. She asked why.
You said why give it away for free? If money, but so let's say if money didn't matter, right?
And sometimes it don't.
Okay, just say if it didn't.
Okay.
And she just like fucking. So whether the money was there or not, she gonna get the money or not to get the money. She gonna just
gonna get called a hoe regardless.
Okay, well, why?
Because
at what point,
this
is the question I'm asking. At what point does it make you a hoe? What must
I say this, and I'm gonna be very blunt. This is my pussy. If I want to give it to anybody I want to give it to, whether I'm getting something for it or whether I'm not, it's mine to give away. And there's be no stigma as to or no title put on me or Shelly as to why we're doing what we're doing and for what reasons. And like you just said, it could be because she just likes sex. That's it.
Okay. Do you want the encore answer or the kiddo answer, which is the Duchenne answer?
It don't matter.
The Roz. You want the Roz answer?
Roz said, laughing my ass off, use a hoe. They ain't talking to me. This is about what you said earlier. You said when they came to is listen to your uncle. Trina said it depends on her mind frame and what the goal is. True. Because wait a minute, let me say this
I was bored before now.
Because women are emotional creatures, right? So with that being said, she could be dating 2, 3, or however many men she's dating, and she could have a genuine relationship of different feelings for each of these people. So if she's like mentally in her mind in a relationship with these people, does that still make her a hoe, or does that make her just doing what she wants to do? Because she's her own individual and she controls her own life, so she can do whatever she wants to do. That's all I'm saying. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just saying.
So, what makes her a hoe? If you had a daughter, hold up.
I got 2 daughters.
Wait a minute.
I got 2 daughters.
I asked you if you had 2 daughters.
I'm telling you, I got 2 daughters.
But you ain't got 2 daughters like what I'm about to say.
I bet you I don't. I already know that.
Let me say what I'm saying. If you had a daughter, and she, at the ripe age of 14, liked to fuck. 14. 14.
Damn.
You ain't gotta know. You ain't gotta know. So let's just say you find out by the time she's 17. But she been fucking since 12. So you ain't found out till she was 17. But you got a daughter at the ripe age of 14 and she fucking. Now, you found out she fucking when she's 17, but she been fucking since she was 14 or 12. Now that she's 17, you find out and you think it's brand new. So she like, but she like, oh, this motherfucker tripping. I've been fucking. You tripping. Now we ain't gonna even say how she started fucking at 12. You just gonna say you didn't know about it. And so she go and she used to fucking and she have kids by 3 different men. Is she a hoe at that point?
No, not necessarily. No. Because if she starts
wait a minute, Roz. I want to know what you say. Because I don't want to give you your answer.
Type in his response. So
okay, that's cool. But look, I don't want to give him his answer. I want to see if his answer is what I think, what I know he gonna write. And I'll be honest to God truthful.
But let me give you my
answer. He writes something different and I don't know it, I will say I don't know it. And if I know it, I'll be like, that's what I thought. Period. And it won't be no question behind it. It won't be no looking up in the sky. It's gonna be, I know that's what I thought. That's what it's gonna be. That's when you know.
Okay, can I say something now?
Mm-hmm.
Until Roz responds, this is my response to that. Just because a young girl, which she shouldn't be fucking that early, but they do. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
If she start fucking at 12, 13, 14, then she may get pregnant at 17. Who's to say? And you said by 3 different dudes, she had babies, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, by the time she
Okay. So just say, for instance, if she might only had sex at one time during her 12, 13, 14 years, then she decides as she gets older, she might feel a little bit more experienced or whatever, even though she's not. And then she had these kids by these 3 different dudes. Who's to say in her short lifespan that she wasn't with that guy for a year? She wasn't with the other guy for a year, or the other guy for a year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's based on the circumstances of how she. So it's based on the circumstances of how she got to where she at.
True that too, but I'm saying
so
we don't know
this
what
is all I'm asking you. This is all. If you answer this question, we can move on to the next topic because I'll be asking for a specific answer. What classifies her as being a hoe? You told me what doesn't in that scenario. Now you tell me what's a hoe. You got to define a hoe to me now because we done broke all the definitions of my. We don't classify her as a hoe. Listen, I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about anybody.
About different women, we can say
I'm talking about anybody. No, that was my class. That wasn't a classification. That was my analogy.
But what I'm saying
so I'm not asking you to classify. I'm asking you to tell me what is a whore.
To me,
what is a whore?
Like you said earlier, from what we've been taught, a whore is a person that's standing on the corner or doing whatever she do, escort services, whatever, and she's accepting and receiving money and performing tricks for different dudes. That's what a whore is. Just because a woman sleeps, and most women, whether they date 1, 2, 3, or 4 men at a time or not, have been with different men. That doesn't make her a whore.
There's a solution. There's a solution to the problem. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You just trigger stuff in me.
You trigger me too, kiddo. I guess that's why this is a good debate. So what I'm saying is, just because a woman, not saying, Shelly, what you doing?
Typing on the phone. She good.
Look, trying to get the conversation.
Social media.
What I'm saying
I'm listening.
Shelly, move up closer to the camera.
Yeah,
you gotta get in the vibe. No, you gotta get in the vibe space. You gotta get a little bit closer. We all bigger than you.
Okay, let me read what your brother said. He said,
not that close, but you gotta lean in.
I'm about to read what your brother said. He said, being a hoe is a state of mind backed up by actions which one must claim for themselves, be it male or female. And I totally agree with that. I agree with that.
I agree with that. That was some kiddo wisdom. That's something he channeled that from my dad. That's something I would have channeled from that.
When you did so far.
Well, I'm on here to be an antagonist.
Right, he did so far. You channel daddy. He didn't channel daddy.
Yeah, you got a lot of energy going on.
Look. Y'all got me in the hell. I'm the hell part of the show right now. Y'all up there in heaven.
What I was saying was this is you can't judge a woman by like how many babies' father she has. That doesn't define her as being a hoe. We don't know what her circumstances was. We don't know what was going on with her in her life or whatever the case may be. So you just can't say that because I hear people say all the time, she got 5 kids and 5 baby daddies. That bitch a hoe. That don't make her that. You don't know what she has.
They just say that out the rip, huh? Just because of the fact that
you can't do that. Men have
by different
women every day, and
but one thing they can say, she like to fuck.
That could be it too.
Oh, it's got to be it.
That got to be it too. Maybe somebody
oh my God!
I don't know.
Shit, 5. Now
they were just doing some raw stuff.
That's trying to be a little too saver. 5 baby daddies by 5 different dudes, man. She fucking.
Stefan, that woman needs help. Why, Stefan? All right, y'all, we're gonna give y'all these last 7 minutes, and we're gonna have to get on out the side because I haven't eaten all day, and I done had martinis. I got to eat.
Y'all need to get on. Y'all forgot it's early here.
I ain't even been giving y'all the last 7. I'm gonna get the last 2.
Yeah, but you know,
I had y'all up all night.
Kiddo done made the 10 o'clock show.
We're gonna do our closing statements. Who wanna go first? Kiddo, you long-winded.
Kiddo.
You go last. You go last, because you long-winded.
I ain't gonna be long with it because I see all y'all acting irritated.
All right,
Shelly
well,
act like she about to fall asleep on her.
I
You go
do
first
not
and
think
then
a woman. My closing argument. I don't think a woman should be considered a hoe if she's dating
It's
multiple
not an
people,
argument.
especially if she's dating. Now, if she is committed, that's a different story. If they've sat down, they've said we're committed, and you're still doing 2 and 3, then that might make you a little different title. But in my idea and concept of somebody dating is you're dating people. You're dating to find, seek, look for whatever the hell you're looking for. That's why you do it. You should not be labeled. If you are getting paid by the people that you are dating, it's because they want to give you money. It's different if you fuck them and they put $20 on the nightstand. But if they be like, yeah, baby, I know you got a bill over here, I'm breaking you off, and you take it, no, that also does not make you a hoe. That's my take on that.
Kiddo.
First of all, can I be honest?
Of course.
Okay, so can I say the first thing that
You
came to
got
my
2
mind?
seconds to
Say whatever you want to say. Say whatever you want to say.
Okay, so that Shelly Lovebird,
Closing.
Bird Love subscription banner that's running across at the bottom of the page.
Mm-hmm.
Take while we wait for our audience off of it. Take that off. Just let that say whatever, and you just wait for your audience. Don't just announce that shit because that turns people off. It turned me off.
You going with we got it. Okay,
and I'm watching. So that's the honesty part. Now, the real part and the real honesty part is, yeah, I just think people should live and let live and love and let love. But they got to do it.
Is that it? Get out.
Okay.
Okay. Let me read Rod's last comment.
I'm waiting for the next round. Okay. What's happening?
But let me read Rod's last comment, and I'm gonna go to mine.
This is the last comment. The last comment for tonight.
You gonna let me get it out so I can get it over with? He said,
yes, ma'am.
He said,
this might be our number one charter show. It's gonna be our number one charter show.
But you let her talk.
I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all keep on talking.
Self-fulfilling prophecies.
Okay, Ross said, hoes getting that guap and got them tricks on point. So know the difference is not how many dicks, but how many tricks and how much money she making.
That sounds like a pimp to me. I told you.
And
I told you the pimp wasn't dead.
His final comment is, fucking and hoeing ain't the same. True story.
Okay, Vaughn, what's your closing argument?
I ain't got no argument. My statement is this.
Your statement. Do
what you want to do. Men do it all the time. It's your body. It's your life. It's your option, and you have choices. Nobody can make you stick to one choice or the traditional sense to say you're not supposed to do this and you're not supposed to do that. If you're dating somebody, that means you're not committed. If you want to sleep with that person, that's your business. Do whatever you want to do, but nobody should put a label on you that you don't put on yourself. And don't put yourself out there like that either. I'm gonna just say that too. But we all adults, we all grown. So whatever you feel like floats your boat or makes you happy, do that. You don't have to answer to nobody. Don't worry about what nobody else got to say. That's it. That's all I got to say. And I'm done.
So, on that note, we thank you all for joining us for 2 hours. We thank you all for streaming into this lovely podcast about hoeing and being not a hoe, and all the other shenanigans that y'all have now witnessed. Thank you, Kiddo, for being a wonderful guest, as you always are, and are just getting our fans and all riled up. Thank you so much. We appreciate the love. This is Shelly Live and V Lovebird, y'all. Loving life and loving what we do. Until next time. And we out of here. Mwah.
Love y'all. See y'all next week.
You're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go.
Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal.
Shelly
Me don't want no fake love,
and
me
V
only
Love
want the
Bird.
real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. She slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love Bird.
Shelly Live and V Love.
What about
Take your computer with you. You got Wi-Fi.
Shelly Live?